It's like Christmas, this is. Oh, hello there. We got some cock. Yes, true story. True story. This is shambolic, my loves. Hello there, my loves. It's me. It's your Uncle Jimmy, and it's time for another book haul. Haven't done one of these for a long time, and we're now at the new place and trying to find my feet here. It's all over the fucking place. You can see the microphone arms and the camera arms. It's an absolute travesty, but I'll hopefully improve things as we go along. Maybe. The lighting is shit as well. But anyway, let's not worry about that. I'll be getting my ale out in a moment and doing the usual stuff. But I'm going to open this box live, my loves. Now, let's switch the view. Okay, so this was from Goat Frenzy. He's also known as Chris S. And we did a bit of bartering, a bit of medieval bartering. And he had a couple of my paintings and he gave me a collection of doors. Can you believe it, my loves? Yes, I've got some bona fide doors. I've only got one other door, but I don't know where it is or what it was. But anyway, there we are. I've opened it live. I've been waiting weeks to open this. I hope he didn't give me any slices of cake to go along with it, because they will be ruined now. Right, let's pretend this is opened. Okay, it's been opened. This is prime time viewing, my loves. Isn't this wonderful? Right, I'm going to move this out of the way. And let's do the obligatory other stuff. By obligatory, I mean the usual, introducing the accoutrements that appear on these book hauls. I haven't got the satanic candle anymore. I've got this naughty one, and the wax is going down a butt crack here. It's absolutely disgusting and disgraceful. Fucking thing I'm on. This is awful. And we've got a little ghost there perving on her. Now, I need to move this fucking thing. Right now, the problem is where the candle is, it's going to burn the fucking camera. Yes, this is brilliant. Anyway, okay, right. We're all ready, except I've got a beer. I've got a nice ale here. Check this shit out. Now, it's £3.50. I should have taken that off. But I got it from the nursery. It's across the road. This one's called Thirsty Blonde, Slightly Naughty. Now, is that AI or did someone illustrate that? Let's hope it was illustrated by a human, my loves. Tainworthy Brewery, Devon's finest traditional ale. Well, I think I'll be the judge of that, my loves. What have we got here? Lightly chilled before serving. Okay, this has just come out of the fridge. Where's my penis? Yes, let's use the Corfu penis wand to take the bloody cap off, if I can do it with my titting wrist. Come on, heave-ho, get the cock up. There we go. Works wonderfully. Thank you, Sephiroth. And it's magnetic, so it sticks to the leg of my desk. Anyway, cheers, my loves. It's not bad. It's quite nice. I also appreciate the fact that she's smoking a pipe. What a woman. What a woman. That's the way we like our women around here. Pipe smoking blondes. Never been a fan of blondes, personally. I do have a type, and it's not a blonde. Sorry to disappoint all of you nubile young blondes that might be out there. Yes, I do like grey-haired women there. Anyway, let's stop fucking around and get down to the books, my lovers. This is going to be the most shambolic video I've ever fucking done at this rate. Oh my god, the arm of my camera is getting rather hot. It's wonderful. Right, let's get this box opened. Let's see how Chris has... Wait a second. I can see a present in here. I can see a present. The first thing that appears in the box, my love, is this. Now, what the devil will this be? This is exciting. Have you given me some drugs? Oh, no, it won't be anything naughty like that. Let's have a look. This is very exciting. Ooh, look at it. Ah, it's a wizard badge, my loves. Well, that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much, Goat Frenzy. I'm going to pin this on me now. Right, how do we do this? Motherfucker! There you are. Yes, it's quite naughty. It was trying to go against my will. Let's pop that on. Of course, you won't be able to see it, my loves, but I'm going to wear this daily. I'm going to show my wife later. She's going to be very pleased with this. There we are. I've got a nice wizard badge now. You can't even see it, but it's there just on my titty. But there we are. Look at that. We've got a gift already. Right, wonderful. Right, he's wrapped these into 2 different coloured parchments. The first is the blue. Let's go for the blue. Yes, look at this. Let's put it in blue parchment. Now, that's always a good sign. Right, let's... There we are. Remove that. Oh, my goodness. Now, I've seen an image of these already. He put them on the Discord, the Palace of Pleasure, my loves. There's a link down below if you've made it this far. It's unlikely, of course. But he put a photograph of these devils, and he said, anyone want them? And I said, do you want to do a swap? We've already talked about this, and I keep hitting the fucking microphone. Motherfucker. It's all right. It's gonna smooth out in a minute. Anyway, let's go for the first one. Look at this. Look at this, my loves. Look at this. This is Neal Barrett Jr., Aldair in Albion. Adrift on the seas of time forgotten and paradise lost. What a wonderful cover, my loves. We have some kind of lizard entity here sitting on a golden throne. And a couple of human slaves, it would appear. Some sailboats in the background. Previously had a price tag here. It's long lost to time, my loves. This almost to me looks like the work of Josh Kirby at first glance, but it probably isn't. Spine is quite lovely. Okay, well, I'm going to read. Shall I read all of these as the first haul for a while? I think I will. Okay, on the day that Aldair found that his world had abruptly turned upside down, his history-changing quest began. We're on a quest, my loves. And he did not even then know that it was to be a quest. Aldair had been a true acolyte of the faith when it happened, and then he found himself an accursed outcast, the one against whom all hands were raised. His only friends were those who had been his most vicious enemies. His only course led to the lands of horror. And his final goal had to be that most forbidden of all lands, the dwelling place of the dead, that island of total terror known as Albion. Neal Barrett's novel is an adventure in an unexpected futurity, equal in inventive surprises to his highly praised stress pattern. Ooh, hello there. I've got a bloody stamp right there. Part exchange this book at David's Book Exchange, 3 Sydney Street, Brighton. My goodness, this is from Brighton. Yes, it's winged its way over to Brighton. 20 pence to exchange it, I believe. And yes, and I've noticed from the door videos that appear on my other friends' channels, Chris and Tim and Jake and all of those good fellows, there's always an illustration in the beginning. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? No idea what's going on there, but it doesn't matter. 1976. Okay, yes. Right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, have a look at that cover. Now I'm going to sniff this. I don't know if I've ever sniffed a door. I must have sniffed a door. Oh, look, I think it's remained in stock here. Look, we've got 2 printed along the top and the bottom. Okay, come on then. Wait a second. I thought I saw something then. Yes, this is very, very nice American vintage. It smells... Yes, wood! Yes, wood. Of course it's wood, my love. Yes, have a drink. Sorry, I'm out of sorts here, my loves. Completely out of sorts. Out of my depth. So, by all accounts, I think there's going to be 10 of these devils. Right, do you have a couple of hours to spare? Okay, we haven't had the bells because there's no bells here, I'm afraid, my loves. I tell you what, hopefully I've overlaid some of the old bells. But anyway, here we are. There's another Neal Barrett Jr. Oh my goodness, another one. Aldair Across the Misty Sea. This could be a sequel to the other one. Of course it must be. Look at this. Yes, Aldair, of course, of course. I won't read the blurb on this devil. If it is a sequel. Yes, I won't do that. But a similar style. Now, does it say who... Oh, look, we've got the yellow toning on the sides of the pages. We've got another exchange price there of 50 pence. This is in better condition. Another wonderful illustration on the inside there. Looks like a robot cavorting with God knows what. A sailor. Yes, some sailors. These very nicely done, aren't they, these books? Very nicely formatted. Simple but effective. I think you'll agree, my loves. 1980 for this one, so it's slightly more recent. Oh, wonderful condition. I don't think this has been read. No, the spine is immaculate. So I should also say that these are Chris's doubles, if you will. So the ones he's retained must be in even more impeccable condition than these, but this is wonderful. Do you think that's Josh Kirby? It's probably not. Anyway, let's have a look and see if it says it. Yeah, it doesn't say. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Have a look at this next wonderful cover. I think this is superior to the other one. Nice balloon filling the majority of the page there. I'm sorry, I'm completely out of my usual ways. Ooh. It's very similar to the other one. Very similar, very similar. Wood! Yes, wood. Of course it's wood. I'm going to settle into this in a minute. I'm slightly manic. Come on, calm down. I think my wizard character was coming out then. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's carry on, my loves. Okay, here's the next one. Andre Norton, Spell of the Witch World. Yes, I saw this cover on the collection. I thought, my goodness, I need this one. So we have a young lady here who also happens to be a knight, and she's about to slice this small dragon, tiny dragon, really. I don't like her form, though. The way she's brandishing that sword tells me that that's going to be an ineffectual strike. There we are, I'm being slightly critical there. Yeah, it's quite nice. We've got a little bit of ablation going on the side there. Okay, Spell of the Witch World. Somewheres in the infinite spaces beyond the galaxy we know lies a planet with a strange affinity to the Earth. For earthling blood had crossed that incomprehensible vastness to mingle with the human but alien civilizations of that untracked world. Earthling blood brought through an ancient door set down between the world in times unknown. Andre Norton's marvelous novels of the witch world, so distant that the very laws of space and time differ from those that govern our cosmic sector, have been compared by critics to the work of J.R.R. Tolkien of the Lord of the Rings fame, and equally to the great interplanetary adventures of Clifford Simak or an Edgar Rice Burroughs. So there we are. They're really egging him on there. £1 there, written in pencil. This is the 7th book of the saga. Okay, look at that. We've got another... I don't know whether these illustrations bear any resemblance to the story within. Do they? I don't know. We've got a knight there peeking under a tent, some kind of tarpaulin, and a monster is waiting within. 1972. Okay, this is older, but my goodness, yes, it's remained in stock again. But wonderful condition. A little bit of foxing, of course. But yes, I don't think this one's been read either. Oh, wait a second. Have I been missing things here? Yes, there are illustrations within, my labs. Now, did the others have that? I'm not going to sniff this one. No, just this one. Let's bring it back. Okay, let's see if we can find any others. Wait a second. That was the only fucking illustration there. Can you believe it? It's just this. Oh, wait, the same one. Let's sniff it. Come on, have a look at the cover and... Oh, dear. Oh. Very similar. But slightly creamy. Yes, creamy wood, my loves. I do hope the soundproofing is good in this room, because else the next door neighbour's not going to have a very pleasant hour or so, are they? No. Okay, here's the next one. This is Arthur H. Landis, and this is Camelot in orbit. Okay, so at some point Camelot was blasted into space. Behind the glitter of Behind the glitter of knighthood, a secret star war was in progress. Okay, right, fair enough. Okay, we've got the knight here cavorting about on what appears to be a type of dinosaur, and various other soldiers in the background. A great big planet in the background. Very nice. Okay, we have an old price tag here of £1.10. I'm going to put this at around 1980. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's a nice illustration. It's not 78. Okay, similar. Look at that. That's nice. Now, this is something that should be done more often, I think. A nice illustration before you've even begun. Something to wet the whistle with. Now, these are very heraldic banners that do resemble playing cards, and perhaps a resplendent king waiting in an orifice of some kind. This must be Camelot, of course. Okay. Oh, there we are. Cover art by Don Mates. The others didn't have that. No. Oh, wait a minute. Don't know what that means. S or a 5. Yes. Okay, let's read the devil. Fomalhaut, too, was an inexplicable enigma in the annals of the Galactic Watchers, a world of knights and ladies of Dungeons and Dragons. It was truly medieval and therefore out of bounds for science-armed Terrans, yet therefore out of bounds for science-armed... Motherfuck! Yet science seemed... thwarted there, for magic really worked and witchcraft baffled the secret watchers. Camelot was their name for it, and Cherryh Fern was their adjuster on its surface, a knight in truly shining armour, a champion of chivalry, and the only one who actually stood between the Arthurian natives and the alien being that menaced both their world and the advanced planets that swung unseen through their sky. Once again, Arthur H. Landis has worked the magic of combining the wonders of science, the swords and sorcery, with the science adventure of high space. High space? What the hell is that? Have a look at this cover, my loves. This is my least favourite so far. But the story itself does sound intriguing. We haven't had this one before. Yes, it's a caterpillar's penis, my loves. I did smell one once. I was playing with a caterpillar once, and one of its hairs, potentially its penis, went in my eye and almost fucked me over. Yes, true story. True story. This is shambolic, my loves. I'm going to smell a beer now. This is my work jumper. The children will think I've been necking beers. Oh, dear. Let's continue. Shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. 20 minutes in, my loves. Okay, look at this. Now that is what I like to see. Some crossed swords. Yes. Marion, Zimmer, Bradley, Two to Conquer, a Darkover novel. Yes, two knights playing with their swords and touching them very delicately. This was painted by someone called Pound. Okay, yes, okay. They're all very nice condition, I must say. This one it's got the nice custard yellow glow to it. I'm sure they all had the bright yellow staining on the sides, and I think the spines are supposed to be nice and yellow as well. Mine have been bleached to within an inch of their lives. I think this is potentially why Chris has discarded these devils, but it means nothing to me. I love them nonetheless, motherfucker. There's no illustration in this one. Can you believe it? That's a shame. Okay, 1980 for this one. A dedication for Tanith Lee to commemorate an old argument which neither of us won, or lost, or ever will. I think it was probably an argument about whether penises should touch each other. Joking, of course. Right, shall we read this? Okay, what forces would operate if there were two objects that were absolutely identical in form and substance? Two absolutely perfect penises. This problem has occupied both workers in magic and the scientists of physics and psychology. It is the pivot of Marion Zimmer Bradley's novel of Darkover during the final flaming days of the Ages of Chaos. This is the story of the era when the planet of the Bloody Sun was divided into 100 warring kingdoms and civilization teetered on the edge of oblivion. It is the story of Bard D. Asturian, ambitious soldier outlaw, and of his opponent, Varsil the Good, who struggled to establish the compact. And it is also the story of a man from distant Terra named Paul Harrell, who was once the exact duplicate of Varsil's enemy. Two to Conquer is a novel of social forces in combat, of the use and misuse of science, of war, of rape, crikey, and of witchcraft. Yes, this one does not appeal to me at all, but it's wonderful. I do like this illustration. Please do peruse that at your leisure, whilst I take another dip into this devil. Ooh. You can't smell of that. It can't. Yes, I think it does. Yes, it's a thirsty beggar's wooden leg. Fuck it, I don't even know where that came from. But there we are. Thirsty beggar's wooden leg. Apologies. I can't help it. If it smells like it, I've got to say it. Right. Oh, the next package. Any more presents? No. The badge is more than enough, Chris. Thank you very much. We have the next parcel. Now this one, oh dear, it's in red and I can already see a naughty word there, or an unpleasant word. And if I move that fucking microphone one more time, I'm going to puke. Oh my goodness. Okay, these appear to be the creme de la creme. They are in book condoms, my loves. This form. They're in the plastic wrappers. I always chuck those away. But there we are. Oh, hello there. Right, I think he wrapped this in red because there's a naughty cover coming up, my loves. Right, anyway, let's have another glug. Allergen advice contains barley and wheat. My God. Now, if I was allergic to that, I just wouldn't drink it, and that's that. How are we doing here? 25 minutes in and just going from strength to strength. Right, let's move this fucker out of the way a little bit. Let's put them on the edge a bit more. Yes, because I'm worried I'm going to burn these devils. I'm going to take it out of its wrapper. My goodness. Chris has sealed these hermetically. I think this is to preserve the scent inside. Wonderful stuff. Thank you, Chris. Right, I think that can fuck off. Right, look at this cover. Yes, this is the unfortunate word we saw through the red wrapping. Ian Wallace's The Rape of the Sun, my loves. And here we have this giant brutish creature sitting on a science fiction futuristic throne, and we had some earthling astronauts looking up at his mercifully wrapped penis. Okay, the spine of this one retains its golden glow, which is lovely. Okay, should we read this one? Yes, of course we will. Okay, Dirk hoped that if he could win acceptance by his beloved herder, it would bring him to the top of his wonder world's most advanced strata. Excuse me. And in the way of many a fickle folklore princess, Herder set him a task. Her cosmic museum would not be complete without a star. Fucking hell. Bring me that star, place it among my exhibits, and I will be yours, she declared. Fucking hell, she doesn't want much, does she? But that star was Sol, oh dear, our sun around which revolved our familiar planet and the Earth. Dirk accepted the challenge, and strange things began to happen to the sun, to the world's source of heat and light, and to humanity's hopes. This is the unique novel of the men and women who set out to stop the theft of the sun and sought means to meet the unimaginably advanced aliens on their own level. It's Ian Wallace at his super science best. I think old Wallace might be off his rocker slightly here, but there we are. Now, yes, she's quite a demanding woman. Wants the sun, no less. 1982. Yes, okay, have a look at that cover. I really like the cover, I must say. Oh, hello, wait a second. Got some diagrams here. I'm sure they will bear fruit as we go along. My God, we have to learn astrophysics as we're going, my loves. Yes, yes. Okay, anyway, look at the cover. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh. Wonderful, wonderful. Right, I'm so glad that Chris sealed these up, because this one has retained an interesting scent, and it's a tea bag. Yes, a wonderfully fragrant tea bag smothered in wood. Yes, yes. Okay, it's like Christmas, this is. Oh, hello there, we got some cock. Yes, nice bit of cock coming at you. Okay, this is Michael Moorcock, The Land Leviathan, by the author of The Warlord of the Air. I've got The Warlord of the Air, haven't read it. In fact, I've only read a few now, haven't I? A couple of the Elric novels and Behold the Man. But here we see that this is... oh, sorry, it was out of focus here. It's out of the bloody... picture, out of the frame, yes. Okay, Washington, D.C. Has been toppled, and instead we have this very strange structure. It appears to be, yes, I think the Japanese have taken over America, it appears. This is the Japanese flag here, and I believe they're Japanese. Perhaps they are, perhaps they're not. I don't know. Let's not speculate too much. Anyway, let's have a look, see if there's a... Yes, there is. There's a photograph, a drawing here. This looks like kind of airships, or yeah, kind of steampunk-like craft. Again, like the Warlord of the Air. It's that kind of steampunk setting, I think. Hello, what's this? Oh my goodness, we've got a hidden secret, my lads. My goodness, I don't normally get... Look at this, right? Some fellow... This is what I do to my book. So, look, they've read a bit and then they dog-ear it, read a bit more, and then you can chart the progress of your reading. So they did this in about just over a week. I mean, it doesn't do the book any good, but there we are. But I quite like that. Anyway, let's look at this treasure. Read at your own risk. Science fiction classic so packed with pleasure and excitement you might become hooked for life. Yes, it's dangerous. Rendezvous with Rama, one of my favourite books. Okay. Look at that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Never seen this one before. Science Fiction Book Club. I wonder where it must hail from the date of the publication, I guess. So what's this? 1974. Wonderful. The colours are still very vibrant. Look at that. Of course, it's been protected within the book itself. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see what this is about. Okay, out of a world in which events defy the laws of space and time comes Michael Moorcock's intriguing new science fiction novel, The Fantastic Tale of Oswald Bastable, a man trapped forever by time. The desperation of Bastable's bizarre fate runs deep, for an unpredictable time warp thrusts him into strange worlds, all parallel to his own, and yet different. Throughout all this, Bastable can remain steadfast in his determination to reach his own time because of his faith in one woman, inexplicably bound to him in all dimensions of time, and his belief in the existence of a secret utopian citadel. But there is one thing that may have the power to come between Bastable and his goal, a battle of Armageddon so horrifying in its believability that it almost obliterates his ability to keep searching. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Yes, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, anyway, have a look at that cover. Any 4 books for 10 cents. Wonderful. Yeah, what do you think of the cover, my loves? Ooh. Yes, okay, I like this one. This is Walnut, my loves. Which is, of course, a version of wood. Yes. Down well. It's going down well, but it's not helping with my sanity, which is at breaking point, my loves. Right, let's carry on. Okay, John T. Phillifent, King of Argent. Argent? This planet made its own rules and crowned another's pawn. Okay, right, we have a dragon-like entity. We have a barbarian sort here, appears to be fashioned out of bronze or perhaps gold, brandishing a great big spear, and in the background there we have a nice young lady, naked of course, and tinged with blue. Okay, what's all this about? Right, there's no... Look at the state of this. Look at that old parchment. I do like a bit of old parchment. Okay, look at that. We have a brave man there brandishing some kind of space-age weapon, and the poor cowering woman who he's trying to save, I would say. 1973. Excuse me. Let's read this devil. They told John Lampart that he would have to have his entire bodily metabolism altered to survive on Argent, because that unknown planet was his most valuable find. He agreed. He landed on Argent, golden-skinned and different. He had expected to find himself on a barren world, destined for 2 years of hard work. But Argent had life of its own, of a different kind, weird, wild, and endlessly challenging. Not the least challenge to him was the discovery that his earthly bosses regarded him as expendable. His work would end in his death while they got rich. Okay. He's different, my labs. I mean, I don't know what the hell he's wearing. It looks like a ragtag assortment of moss covering his nether regions. I think he might also be built different because he no longer has a penis. Yes. Okay, have a look at that cover. I do like that chap's face. Looks a little bit like me. Anyway, and his body as well. Yeah, mine's finely chiseled. Ooh. 1973. Yes, it is, yeah. Oh. That smells like a rolling pin. A wooden one, of course, but a rolling pin, slightly dusted in flour and fecal matter. This is an absolute travesty. Right, I'm going to save the saucy one till last, because it's an absolute beauty, my loves. I want to keep you with me. Don't zoom ahead. Let's stay together. I know it's purgatory, but let's see how we go. Okay, Hugo Award-winning C.J. Cherryh. I think it's Cherryh, isn't it? Wave Without a Shore. Now you see us, now you don't. It's quite a nice image. So this is taking place at night time or at twilight. So nice use of various shades of blue and indigo and those darker, bluer tones. And we have a black cowled creature with a very pendulous nose that may or may not be an alien penis, my love. And a human here that's surveying this great big, I don't know what it is, a statue of some kind. We've had a shore. Okay, let's see what this is about. Freedom was an isolated planet off the Spaceways track and rarely visited by commercial spacers. It wasn't that Freedom was inhospitable as planets go. The problem was that outsiders, tourists and traders, claimed the streets were crowded with mysterious characters in blue robes, with members of an alien species. Native-born humans, however, said that this was not the case. There were no such blue robes and no aliens. Such was the viewpoint of both Heron, the artist, and Waden, the autocrat, until the crisis of planetary identity forced a life and depth confrontation between the question of reality and the reality of the question. This sounds awful. Life and depth. Is it supposed to be that? Play on words there, I'm assuming. Okay, other works by C.J. Cherryh there. No image in the beginning. And no other treasures. Anyway, look at that cover. I do like that cover. I'm not keen on the sound of that story. Sorry. Ooh. Oh, this is a nice robust one. Yes. Yes, it's a church pew, my loves. Yeah, so we have the wood, of course, and we have fecal matter in abundance. Let's have a little bit more ale before I tantalize you with the final tidbit, if you will. This is going to be pure hell to edit later. Okay, without further ado, let's take this condom off. Yes, look at this. We've got something very nice here. Out you come. Again, we have the scent, the fragrance of the book, hermetically sealed, so it should smell very ripe indeed. Okay, so we have the lion... I thought that was the Lion Cane, but it's the Lion Game. A Telsey Amberden novel by James H. Schmitz. Okay, so I assume this is the lion here somehow coming out of the cage, metamorphosizing, if you will. I'm sorry, my camera is so fucking shambolic today, but look at this young lady wearing this skin-tight suit, bodysuit of some kind. I don't know what you'd call it. She's brandishing quite an old-fashioned looking revolver, but look at the wonderful patterning across her bosom and cradling her other parts. Again, yes, wonderful stuff. Nice blonde girl there. Does nothing for me, of course. Okay, here we go. Telsey Amberden was just a college girl, but she was one of the most valuable assets that the human colonized worlds had, because besides her sharp mind and warm personality, she possessed a most unusual mutant accumulation of talents. So when she found herself being hounded by a psi-powered killer, she was not too worried, but when that incident turned out to be merely the opening gambit in a game of mental chess with a planet of beast masters who were challenging humanity for the grand mastery of the universal board, Telsey was put to her full capacity. What a bloody sentence that was. Because she was never sure whether she was just someone else's mind pawn or really the queen on the human side of the Lion Game. Yes, never before in paperback, and never since, likely. But there we are. What kind of a lion is that, my lass? Now, that is a pussy if ever I seen one. There's the young lady brandishing her special powers, and some kind of skeletal fucker in the foreground, trying to best her. Original copyright of 1971, but this is a 1973 edition. It's very good condition, Chris, my love. What have you given me here? This has never been read. So yes, I'm assuming this should be golden, shouldn't it? But the cover itself is wonderful. Now, cast your eyes across those wonderful various shapes, my loves, and I will dive into the book so that you don't have to. Here we go. This. Oh, this is different. This is different, yes. Yes, it's in the biscuit varieties. It's not chocolate digestive. It's digestive, yes, it's a digestive, my love. Wonderful. Yes, a nice sweet nibble of the biscuit there. And a nice nibble of that young girl's... never mind. Anyway, my loves, there we are. Let us end it here. Let's go to the full screen just for shits and fucking giggles. Whew. I'm sorry, it was shambolic today. I was struggling, really. I'm against the clock, really. I've got a lot to do this week, and I thought I've got to do it tonight. This is the only time, and then I can edit it tomorrow, and it'll be ready for Friday. But I haven't done it for such a long time. I didn't really know what I was doing. So that's why I'm slightly hyper today. But there we are. The wonderful collection of books, though. There we are, my first real collection of doors. Now, going back to Chris, or Goat Frenzy if you prefer. Sorry, there's one hell of a whistle came off my lip then. He has, by all accounts, hundreds of these devils, if not the full collection. I can't remember what he said now. So these are his cast me offs, if you will. But they're still wonderful. And for fuck's sake, how many more times I'm going to do that? Right, there we are. How many eardrums have I blown this evening? One's up, my lads. Warding spells hit to maximum and all of that, because this has been hellish. Anyway, thank you very much for watching if you have. And yes, I'll see you next time when hopefully my tits have been cooled right down. Cheers, my lads, and cheerio. It's all right. Woo-hoo.